really nothing in it. I can pull the trigger without the safety in, pull the trigger will still function. You don't need the safety in there. So it can run without the safety, it can run without the top cover, and it can still fire without the recoil spring assembly inside of it. The only problem you're going to have, and the reason I tell you this is your safety breaks. AK safeties are pot metal. They're cheap. Things break. You have to hold in the access pins. So for the gun to be able to fire in this fashion, you'd have to use your middle finger to pull the trigger because you need to hold your access pins in place. What will happen is one of your access pins can wiggle out and bind the trigger assembly. Right? Now this demonstration isn't to show off of what I can do or play Billy Badass. It's to show you what the firearm is capable of. They really are this versatile and this tough. Right?
Martin, can you do that with an AR-15?
No, you cannot do that with an AR-15.
I'm just wondering.
Now, like I said, this wasn't a demonstration to show how tough I am or how smart I am. If everybody noticed why I had the glove on is it will blow the chamber back. It's how simplistic the AK-47 is. Right? Thank you. Now, the safety is a very simple mechanism. It comes up when it's in its up position, it catches on the back of the trigger assembly. When down, it just moves back out of the way to be free. All right. Now, where's the recoil spring assembly?
That's going on.
Now, one of the things I want to stress is that for you to be in a situation where you're trying to fire a firearm like that, it would have to be an absolute life or death situation that you're trying to turn your AK into a single shot. Right? It's not something I think anybody should do. This was just a simple demonstration of what the firearm is capable of doing. Thank you and good night.
It would be awesome if there's a piece of brass in there too.
Off right now. I had it on for 3 years, and in the last week it's fallen off like 3 times.
Yeah, I think you might need this mask more than I have.
Sounds like my AR.
Ding, 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 ding.
Oh. Safety first. Lay this stuff out for you so you can see the internals on this gun and how dirty it is. I respect the AR platform. I used it when I was in the Marine Corps, right? But I know for a fact that an AR can't run when it's looking like that. And when you've got that much grease and grime, you've got that much dirt on your bolt and bolt carrier. This is where the AK excels for reliability. And you can put a handful of dirt in that thing, it's gonna run. This is about 3,000 rounds worth of garbage in your gun, and it's still gonna run. Right? Cleaning this up is real simple. Gun oil, right? If you wanna use hops, if you wanna use motor oil, I am not a gun oil salesman. And you use what you like to use. I personally, lithium grease. That's what I use in my own guns. I use lithium grease. It's cheap, you get it from the auto parts store. It's got a high viscosity rate, it holds up well, and it's going to keep your gun lubed even if you do get it really dirty. Now, the reason that the AK is so reliable is because they were designed from the get-go to run loose. They're not supposed to be a tight-fitting gun. You got a lot of gunsmiths out there that think that they can make the AK tighter and you can make it more accurate if you make it tighter. No, that's not the way it works. What you do is you compromise your reliability with the platform. Okay, so keep them loose, keep them wet, and keep them dirty. He's still recording.
Give me a jig, come on.
Mwah!